with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here on iLive Radio, serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
But it's live. We're live right now. So I had the link already, no?
Music back to back on iLive Radio.
Welcome to bChic, Not Bougie. I'm your host, Alicia, alongside DJ Richie.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I mean, I've gotten over the disappointment,
The loss
of last night.
Yeah, it was a big loss.
Wasn't easy, but you know, we just gotta buck up and go get it done on Thursday.
We shall overcome this.
Oh no, definitely. Like, I'm not even worried about the series. I just wanted them to win in Toronto.
You're not worried?
No,
I
not at
am
all.
very worried.
Not at all. We got this.
I like that. I like this confidence.
No, I feel it.
I
just feel like
don't
Kawhi,
feel it.
man. Nah, Kawhi. You know, his whole demeanor is just taking over like the whole entire like team, and everyone's just real calm. You know.
Yeah.
You don't get too excited. You don't get too sad. You're just
you don't
like,
get too invested.
You're just like, all right, cool. On to the next one. We got it. Like, we good. I just wanted it to be at home. You know what I mean? Like,
I really would love to. No, but I don't care if they win there. Better for us.
Yeah.
Game 7, I'm not looking forward to.
I don't think anyone can handle a Game 7.
Like,
I really don't think.
I don't want it.
I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be like stressful.
No, it's not. Okay, first of all, let's just even talk about it was very stressful watching last night's game. Yeah. And I've been honestly doing this whole, like, I try to watch it halfway and I don't really watch it because I feel like every time I haven't been watching it, they win.
So you're bad luck is what you're saying.
I feel like I am. So, like, I try not to watch it, and I kind of did, and they lost by 1 point, and that's why I feel they lost. No, I'm just joking. I feel the NBA is rigged, but, you know, we'll talk about it a little later.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
It's a whole different topic. But aside from that, like, how was your weekend, though?
Weekend was good.
And where did you watch the game?
I watched the game. We're supposed to go to the Onyx Sports Bar again in Brampton. Okay. But everybody kind of flopped. So I just ended up going to my boy's house, and then like a couple, you know, fellas came over, and it was still a good time. And then we picked somebody else's house for Thursday game. So yeah, you know, we're expecting the same thing.
Not bad. But your weekend overall was good. What did you do?
Weekend overall was good. I chilled out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went to Picture the High Life. Dre's party. Yeah. It was good. It was really good. It was packed. Yeah. A lot of people. I think because like the outside vibe, like I think
and the weather was beautiful.
Yeah, Saturday was the Junior Jones all the way. Yes. And I heard that got great reviews.
Yes. So, like, Junior Jones's parties are always lit. Yeah. Shout out to Junior Jones.
And he's such like a quiet dude from what I see.
He is, and we're trying to get you on the show. So
I saw him at Dre's party. I
know. Oh no, I already talked to him.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we had this conversation. So.
Yeah, so yeah,
hope you're watching.
That was my weekend. How about you?
My weekend was good. I actually I was supposed to be in the islands, but it's neither here nor there. I ended up in Atlanta to visit my family, so shout out to the A. Nice. It was my little cousin's sweet 16. So right, it was really nice. Dope. She had the only crappy thing about it all was the weather. I mean, it's very hot and humid, which is great, but it was raining the entire time, so it was sucky to leave here when it was nice and hot to go there. And I was like, yes, expecting sun, and it was just raining.
And it was like finally nice here.
Flooding, not even just local rain. It was flooding down there. It was disgusting how bad it was, but the party still went on, and there was tents and stuff like that. It's so funny to see like my 16-year-old cousin and her friends and her little boyfriend, you know, like it's just cute to see that little, it reminds you of like, shoot, like just not long ago. This is
not cute at all.
It is very cute. And it's funny because she did like she wanted to walk out. She had her gown on and everything, so she had like a song that she wanted to walk out to, and she walked out to Birthday Bitch. Mind you, whole family's there, and auntie.
These kids are brave.
Yo, loved it. Yo, she first came out and she had her hair swinging like you knew she was about to break it down, like twerk, and then she had to catch herself real quick. So I have a little video I posted over the weekend. She was like, oh. She just completely pulled herself back, but she maintained. It turned out to be a wonderful party, so I'm happy that happened. And I'm happy I went, actually. As much as I would have loved to be in the island and come back hella tanned and nice and chocolatey, I'm here. And no, I had a good time. And then watching the game, just stayed home and watched it. A couple of friends came over and we just hung out. So it was good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It just sucks because I was actually looking forward to turning up. Like, I didn't really want to go out, but I'm like, if they win, it's not a question in our mind. Like, we're all turning up. The city's turning up tonight. And so when they didn't win, and my bestie called me, she's like, "Oh, so you want to go out?" I'm like, "No." They lost. What are we celebrating?
Thursday, and I think even that Thursday's a better day because then you just go into Friday, and it's just like it'll be like the whole weekend will be a celebration.
It just would have been nicer to have them here because could you imagine partying with us right away? Like not having to wait for them to get on a flight to come back home to party, but like they would have been here. Yeah. Let's party. You're already in the city. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's gonna be lit when they're back, but
yes, it will be.
It's gonna happen. Just gotta wait.
It will. Okay, so let's get into Stay Woke news updates. So one person was rushed to the hospital after he showed up at downtown hotel stabbed with a stab wound this morning. Police say the victim was stabbed in the leg during the course of some sort of altercation at an unconfirmed location. He then got into an Uber following the stabbing and was taken to Hilton near Richmond Street and University Avenue, police say. The vehicle, a white Camry, could be seen parked in a roundabout outside a hotel this morning with blood visible on its back seat. Also on the outside of the door, if you guys saw the picture, it was actually pretty that's blood there. Paramedics previously told CP24 that the victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. However, the police say that he is expected to survive. So I'm going to update on that, but I haven't seen anything yet. And police say that they are investigating whether the stabbing could be related to a call for a fight in the Yonge and Jared Street area earlier in the night, but not have confirmed the details yet. But no arrests have been made and no information has been released as well. 24-year-old man is facing a long list of charges after he opened fire on another man in North York last month, inadvertently hitting a vehicle with an occupant inside in its process. So police say the suspect was in the area of Keele Street and Finch Avenue at around 1:20 a.m. on May 28th, and he approached another man and engaged in a conversation. At some point during the conversation, police said the suspect got upset and took out a handgun. The other man then ran, but the suspect started to fire multiple shots in that direction. I would never want to know what this feels like to have to
run from.
You know what I mean?
Like that are coming directly to
at
you.
all.
Yeah.
One of these shots struck a vehicle in the area. Through the occupants inside was unharmed. Though the occupant inside was unharmed, the man was who was a suspect opened fire on also escaped the injury. So Jeffrey Ramirez, 24 of Toronto, he was arrested over the weekend with connection with the shooting. He is facing 9 weapons related charges, including 2 counts of discharging a firearm with an intent to wound or endanger the life. I don't get why people like to shoot just openly, right? Because you don't know who you're gonna hit. I don't know. Does that even occur to people's mind that bullets don't just stop when it hits? Not at all.
Not at all.
It's really upsetting, and I hate hearing that because it's like, God forbid it were to kill somebody.
Yeah, it could have hit anybody.
Yeah,
could have hit anybody.
And at times like that, and I don't want to say it because I hate saying this, but I'm going to. It's almost like, what if you were to end up killing your loved one by mistake, not realizing that they happen to be in that same area? You really don't know, and I wonder if that would teach somebody a lesson one day. You know what I mean? To kill the person that you genuinely love, and then it's just like, I did that. I'm
sure that's happened before. You know what I mean? Like in real life, I feel like someone
it had to have happened, right?
But even if it was like they were in the car or a scuffle broke out and you shoot and you hit your people instead of
such
your
and such
target. Like,
I just hope it. Not saying I would hope it hits. Really, I do hope it hits themselves if they're going to hurt anybody. But I mean, if it's going to, sometimes I feel like you would feel it more knowing it's somebody that you genuinely care about. Because some of these guys don't think they care that much when they end up hitting people. Like, you're just opening fire in the broad daylight or outside or nighttime, doesn't matter. Anyhow, not a big fan. And lastly, almost 20,000 rapturous Raptor fans cramming downtown arena, and 10 of thousands more came across Canada, watched in disbelief this Monday, which was yesterday, as the hometown lost by 1 single point. That was like the most gut-wrenching thing to feel. Like, if you lose by 10 points and 20 points, I feel like I can deal with it more. Like, okay, we were a little far off. But when it's 1 point...
I mean, I knew it was going to be a close game.
Not that close.
I honestly predicted, within 5.
I predicted that in my mind. I really knew they were going to lose.
Really?
I feel like it's We'll talk into the rig business, but I feel like it was free. I feel like it's money. It's if they stop now, they're gonna make. They made their money, but like, look how much more money they're gonna make off a whole nother game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's a money thing, right? I personally believe that, and I was so mad I didn't bet on the game because I genuinely felt it in my spirit. And on top of feeling it, there's so many people making money off of this just on their side hustles. So I'll give you my bChic, Not Bougie little tips and stuff a little later. Or should I give us now? I'll give it to you guys now.
Sure.
Really quickly.
Sure.
So I was just saying, like, I was looking for a Toronto Raptors shirt. I saw one earlier in Winners, and I was like, it was like probably a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get it. So now me trying to rush and go get it the day of.
There's none.
Nothing was there.
There's none.
And if there was, it was like double XL or extra large, right? Which I could wear as a dress, but I'm not paying $30 for that. I'm sorry, I refuse. Yeah, they were $30. The one I found was like $14, and if you go to Cebu Play, they have them for like $12.99 and so forth, right? So I go into a couple of stores like Market Warehouse, Walmart, all these places, and they're like, we sold out. This girl's like, oh my gosh. She runs out the store and goes, go down the road, and there's a man selling it from the back of his his truck or whatever, right? I did. I drove down, and it's not a little car. Like, he had like a huge van, and he had like the flags, the signs, shirts. He had the clothing racks all set up, and he had a little tent over it. But obviously, it was raining that day, so they got real wet, but not too soaked. You can always dry it, obviously. But I was looking at the shirts, and they were just regular shirts. They just printed the logos on. Do you know how much the shirt was for?
$20.
Children were 25 and adults were 30.
Wow.
But they were going like hotcakes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, anybody that has a printing machine, y'all know what you're doing already. And I'm definitely investing in one. But aside from that, it's a good hustle. I looked at a little video of how to make a business out of selling t-shirts, which obviously we know people are already doing, but it was like a quick little note, just like go buy a printing machine, buy all the things you need, and focus on your target market and audience, and print what you feel they would want to buy, and if go to them, sell to them.
And you got to be quick too, because there's so many things that happen, and especially in today's day and age where it's like everything goes on social media, everything becomes a hashtag or like a meme. Like, you gotta be quick with it. Like, the moment it happened, and especially if you have the resources or anything beside right there, do it ASAP. Yeah. So that way, by tomorrow, you better have a shirt printed. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. Legit. Print that shit. Wear that shit. People want to buy it. So just a little tip for people that already have machines that are not taking advantage of this right now. I'm really upset that I'm like waiting and a little behind on it. So I was just looking at stuff like that. And as I was looking at the $30 shirt that I walked away from, because ain't nobody got time for that. It wasn't even it was not like just a basic shirt, you know? And you can tell like it was not the best quality and so forth. But I was like, it doesn't matter. People just want to support. People just want to wear. Raptors, they want to feel like they're part of the history. So I'm here. I live in the city, so we're good. I don't need to pay $30 to show you guys I care about you. That's how you justify it in your brain. I get it. No, for sure.
That's how I justified it. I did. So the roars that had echoed through the cities and towns across the country, it just kind of mellowed out a little bit after we failed to become the first team outside of the United States to win the championship last night. Not to say that we're not going to win it, but just last night. And fans are obviously in their feelings and, clasping in prayers. If you guys watch them on the TV, and myself, we're all just like, hoping and praying that they would have made it through. It just really sucks to see that so many people came out just to witness this. But again, we have the best fans in Toronto. I definitely feel it. So it's okay. We're still going to be here supporting and rooting you guys for for Thursday's game. I feel like today is Wednesday. Is that weird?
Today's Tuesday.
I know that. I said I feel like today is
I don't know
Wednesday. So I want to say tomorrow is the Thursday, but it's not. Anyhow, let's go Raptors. We still got another one. And that's it for Stay Woke News Updates. What's going on with events, Richie?
So, as usual, busy time in the city this weekend. This edition of what's happening or what's going on in the city is the food festival edition. So tomorrow, you see, now you put it in my head that today's Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. It's your fault. No. So Thursday, obviously, like we just spoke about, will be Game 6 of the finals. Game time is at 9 p.m. So make sure you hit up your sports bar. If you're going downtown. I haven't checked the weather yet, but if you're going downtown or, wherever you're at with your people, take in the game, 9 p.m. Friday to Sunday, There are festivals happening all over the city, like so many food festivals I've seen. So I just pulled out a few of them to talk about. So Taste Toronto presents Taco Fest Toronto. Ooh. That's happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's just an atmosphere showcasing some of Toronto's best and most celebrated chefs with an authentic Mexican twist. Over 150 variations of tacos will be featured. And this takes place at the West Island at Ontario Place. So the way they're selling the tickets, they were selling tickets like you had one like all day pass. Those are all sold out. So now they're being sold in 2-hour intervals. So you have access for 2 hours. So like 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, so on and so forth. And those tickets now for all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, are selling for $15 per ticket. So definitely check that out if you can. I think it's a super dope event. Yes, Taco Fest. Yes. Sounds great. Also happening this weekend. Also happening, the Taste of Little Italy Street Festival.
So, that's already coming, eh?
Yeah, this weekend. Enjoy live music, extended patios, multicultural vendors, amazing food, obviously with like focused on the Italian background, carnival rides, and this year they're introducing a learn to skate park where kids can like learn how to scooter and skateboard. So that's pretty interesting. Like that's a brand new idea. Also happening, another food event. This one is Saturday and Sunday only. Foodalicious 2019. So this again is just like a celebration. Foodalicious? Yeah. It's happening at Downsview Park. Okay. And it's just basically like I think like 30 food trucks. So they choose like the 30 best from the city. Bring them all together, and then you can definitely obviously try them all out. I brought my daughter there last year. I remember this one because it was at Downsview Park, and they have a kids zone. So that you go with the kids, you eat, they go and like they have rides and bouncy castles and stuff like that. So admission for adults is $10. Kids 12 and under are free to get in, and then you buy tickets and stuff for the rides and buy your food.
How was the food?
I don't think I ate anything, to be honest. I really just brought my daughter just to like burn out a couple hours because I heard about it.
Oh my gosh, you have to try their food.
Yeah, this year I probably will. I just didn't know I didn't know what to pick. There's so many.
Just look at like, I don't know. I always do one of these like.
I always want to try a churro, but then I don't know if I'm gonna like a churro.
You're gonna love a churro.
See?
And put like, do you like caramel or you like chocolate?
Chocolate.
Oh, and then you can put the chocolate sauce inside of it.
What comes in a churro? Isn't it meat? See, I don't know what a churro is.
Are you talking about the pastry?
I have no idea. I just hear people talk about churro.
It's like it's a long pastry that they fry. It's like a fried donut almost, but it's thinner, and then it's like dusted in like sugar and cinnamon and
like
stuff
a funnel
like that.
cake.
No, I want to say better than a funnel cake, but it's a little different than a funnel cake. So I'm not gonna compare the two because they're both really great. But it's a very thin and long, and then there's a big hole inside of it, so they fill it with any filling like strawberry sauce, chocolate sauce, or caramel, or leave it on its own. It's good on its own, but I love it with the caramel or the chocolate sauce. Anyways, you'll love it.
I'll let you.
I'm so greedy. I'm like, ooh.
I'll come back with my feedback.
Get all excited and shit.
I'll return with my feedback and let you know. I may not try a churro. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, your daughter will like it too, probably.
And Sunday, June 16th, is Father's Day. So hopefully there's no Game 7. There won't be. No Game 7, so everybody take out your dad, find a dad, celebrate
find a dad.
Yeah, you know how the Father's Day go. Like, you're gonna have all the women, happy Father's Day to me. That's a whole nother conversation. But Father's Day this Sunday, so show some love to the fathers, and that's what's going on.
I like that. There's a lot of going on in the city.
Yeah, it's a busy time.
As per usual.
It's a busy time.
It's a very busy time. Let's get into this week's fashion buzz. So this week's fashion buzz is the chocolate sexy man, Serge Jonas Ibaka Nobolia. No. I wasn't going to say his last name, but I'm always trying, guys. I'm always trying. Ngobolia, Ngobila.
I feel like they don't pronounce the N and the G together.
Ngobolia.
I have really no idea. I'm just saying I don't think they do.
I'm gonna leave it at that. It's Serge Ibaka. That's what I'm gonna do. So he was actually born, September 18th, 1989. He's obviously a professional basketball player for the Toronto Raptors, and he was drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder's former incarnation, the Seattle Supersonics, with the 24th overall pick in the 2008 NBA draft. Ibaka is a 3-time NBA All-Defensive First Team selection and has twice led the league in blocks. Although born in the Republic of the Congo, Ibaka plays for the Spanish national basketball team in the international competition, which is pretty dope. On February 14th, 2017, he was traded to the Toronto Raptors in exchange for Terrence Ross and the future first-round draft pick. He made his debut to the Toronto Raptors 10 days later, scoring 15 points in a 107-97 win over the Boston Celtics. And on March 21st, 2017, against the Chicago Bulls, Ibaka was ejected after an altercation with the Bulls center Robin Lopez.
Got it.
The next day, Ibaka received a 1-game suspension. First of all, I love Ibaka and his aggressiveness because he's always fighting with somebody.
He's ready for it.
He ain't playing with nobody.
Yeah, he's about
Leave our boy alone, okay?
Yeah, he's about that
he ain't about that shit. He ain't with the shits. And on 7th of July 2017, he resigned with the Raptors to a reported 3-year, $65 million contract. On the 4th of November 2018, he made his first 14 shots on the way to his career at a high 34 points in a 121-107 win over the Los Angeles Lakers. And he finished the game 15 of 17 in the first field and became the first player to start a game 14 of 14 from the field since Shaquille O'Neal did in 2006. And there's a lot of things going on here. And then 2019, on February 3rd, he had 16 points and 12 rebounds in 121-103 win over the Los Angeles Clippers, making the career best 6 straight double-double, Toronto's longest streak since Chris Bosh had an 8 in November of 2009. And in Game 4 of the 2019 NBA Finals, Ibaka had 20 points in 22 minutes in a 105-92 victory over the Golden State Warriors. So there's so much more to come with the next game coming up very, very soon. I'm excited for this, but at the same time, I'm not, because I do not want to see them lose. But
he's doing really well.
He's doing amazing.
Yeah, he's doing really well. I mean, like, he's had an up and down road since he came to Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot of times where people were like, get rid of him. Like,
you gotta give people time. I feel like,
as with anything, it's always about, like, what have you done for me lately, right? So, I mean.
And then when they see he's so good.
Yeah, and now like, he's a key member right now. Like, he's definitely playing a key role in this finals run.
Definitely. I love his aggressiveness.
And like I said, like, it's all about what have you done for me lately. So once we win, everybody that has gotten cussed this year, like,
are redeemed. Yeah. Everything needs to be like, is just swipe
their slate is wiped clean. Yeah, please. For sure. So
and his swag is on point. Oh,
who did he used to date? He used to date
Carrie Hilson.
Carrie Hilson, that's
Carrie Hilson, that pretty girl.
Yeah.
He dated her. I wonder why they broke up. I know, probably infidelity.
Wow.
I'm just saying, basketball players are the worst. Wow. And if you guys want to sit here and argue it, I have plenty of time. Let's go ahead at that. They're the worst. It's probably infidelity.
Why? Why it gotta be that?
Because you know it most likely is.
I'm just saying though, like, why it has to be his fault?
If he was like a baseball player, I'd be like, I don't know, maybe it was something, a dispute.
So you think only basketball players cheat?
No, they cheat too. A lot of them do, but I feel like majority of them, it's first basketball players. I don't know, because what's it called? Golfing?
Exactly.
we don't know no more.
Exactly.
But majority of the time, you do hear a constant. It's basketball players. Like, they're always. I watch Basketball Wives. All of them got cheated on.
First of all, none of them are wives anymore. that whole thing needs to be.
But you know why, right? Except for Jackie. Jackie's still a wife.
Who's Jackie?
Jackie is married to, what's that? Doug Cooper?
Christy?
I
don't know. I'm like,
that's
the only Doug I know.
That's it. No, I
Christy.
completely made up a name. I'm like, Dougie Cooper. I'm like, cool. Dougie Cooper.
That's cool too.
Maybe is that a cartoon? I don't know. So, yes, Christy. Christy. They're still together. And
has he cheated and she forgave him, or they haven't really?
Probably.
No. I'm saying, is that a story in the show?
That's probably what happened. And But back to Serge. I'm just going to say you're the fashion buzz of the week because honestly, I've been watching you and you're really fun. And aside from you being fun, because that's why most girls like to watch this stuff. Anywho, your swag is on point, and I love how I'm not going to stress enough that I feel that we need to be more aggressive on the court. Period.
But you don't want to fight though, because then
I'm not saying to fight, but you need to defend it, and you need to just,
for sure.
Because even when it came down to our final point, that shit really pissed me off because you had 16 seconds left to get that in there, and Kawhi, you had the ball. Why didn't you go through?
It's a hard play because
it wasn't.
He came up. And then two people ran at him because they want to get the ball out of his hand. Like they want. But
so nobody was going to defend that. Like we know we're giving you the ball. Why are we not guarding at least one person in between to knock off one person on him, another person by the basket? Like I'm in my mind. I'm like, why am I setting up plays for y'all? Like I need to figure this out. Like I was already in my mind plotting where they all should have been, and they were all in the wrong position, all of them. I was like, I don't even watch basketball like that. I'm not even a die-hard basketball fan, so I'm not going to act like I am. But like, at least when I watch, they know what the hell I'm talking about. None of them were in the good position to defend anything. So even when he shot, I was like, Larry, what were you doing? But anyhow, I always look forward to seeing what these guys wear when they have to like go for like interviews and GQ magazine and all that stuff. And some of them have real crazy swag, and he's one of them. So this is also why you are our fashion buzz of the week, and we're looking forward to you guys bringing home the win. What's going on, Richie? We're gonna get back into more sports because it's all about sports this week, and I feel like it's not gonna end, so I might as well keep talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's gonna end though, but okay.
What's going on with fashion? Not fashion, entertainment.
So, a few stories, keeping it kind of with sports, but a different sport. Baseball legend, a major league legend, David Ortiz, was actually shot over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
In the Dominican Republic, his hometown. I don't know if you call it that. So he was outside of a bar, and TMZ gets every video. I don't know. They got people everywhere because legitimately, like I haven't seen it on anyone else's site except TMZ.
Yeah, me too.
And they show you Ortiz just sitting there, and a man walks up behind him and just shoots. Like there's no conversation. There's no. At first they had said, like news reports said it was an attempted robbery.
Because people get money for that, though. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
If you film something and you get it first, send it and you sell it to them.
Yeah,
they will take it and pay you that money. There's no questions.
So
go ahead.
I need to start walking with a recorder.
Record.
But yeah, so he walked up behind him, no conversation, just shot him. The bullet went in his back and came out through his stomach. So it was pretty scary because the doctors said that he had to have his gallbladder removed in attempt to repair the damage to his liver and other like intestinal.
And it was a police that did it, right?
I don't know if it was a police. I heard they caught the guy. I saw a video of them like beating the hell out of somebody because they said because he did it in just the open.
I could have sworn it was like a gang, something with to do with some kind of gangster who thought it was his girlfriend. He was like talking to his girl, or whatever. But then it was like he told the police officer to shoot him.
That would not be very smart because he did it in public, like open space. So then they caught him.
Yeah.
And they beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, like, as they should.
They bloodied him up.
Well, the thing is with that too is like a lot of people are just worried about going to Dominican Republic lately because there's been a lot of couples disappearing. Mm-hmm. Specifically people of color, like black people. I know Dominican are already of color as well, but people from the States and so forth visiting, they're just not returning home. And it's crazy that they'd be missing. They'll be on the trip the whole time, and the day they're coming home, dropping off a rental or supposed to be back at the airport at a specific time, they just go missing. So a lot of people are very, very wary about traveling to the Dominican lately, and then having something like this, someone as big as him get shot over something so stupid without even getting information. It makes you kind of, it makes you nervous about traveling to anywhere, but the Dominican in particular, because a lot of news has been coming out of there recently. And a lot of people are kind of giving it backlash because it's like it happens anywhere and all over the world. And it does, right? But at the end of the day, I haven't heard recently anybody going to Jamaica and not coming back home. Mm-hmm. That came from the States or from Canada and so forth. So those are the things that we also have to worry about, right? That like, I understand people go missing, things happen, and something that you want to hear. But at the end of the day, when it's a couple weeks later, it's the same situation happening. Like something's really probably going on.
Yeah.
So
some type of underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Underground world thing.
Something's popping over there. So just be careful when you're traveling anywhere in the world, not just to Dominican. It's funny because I posted something where a girl was saying that, like, what's going on in Dominican, and then somebody was giving them backlash, like, it can happen anywhere in the world. I went through like 4, almost 5 times within 6 months, and this other girl clapped back and was saying, well, you must be the killer then, because I don't know who else would want to travel to the Dominican 4 times within 6 months. You must be the killer. And so be careful what you're saying on social media. It can get flipped.
You can't win. You can't win.
You can't. I was dying. I read that. I had to post that. I was like, this girl killed the shit out of me. So, yeah.
So he was flown back to Boston where they did a second surgery. And now his wife says that, like, he's stable. He's still in ICU. But he is stable and expected to make a full recovery.
Yay.
So that's very, very, very good news.
Blessings on you.
DJ Khaled, he's in the news. And I just want to say that I was right. This whole time I have been right. And when we talked about it, I said, it's not him I didn't like. I didn't like this person he was creating that's always positive, always happy, always spreading that love and positivity. And I told you, but it's not real. Because, so for those who don't know, DJ Khaled is now suing Billboard because they miscalculated his sales, his first week sales, which gave Tyler, the Creator, the #1 Billboard spot for the week.
Yeah, you argue that. Okay.
Right? That's fine. But he kind of went on to, like, if you want to do that, he then was like shading Tyler's stuff, right? Like Tyler's project, saying like, I make music for the people. He deleted the post after he posted. He's like, I make music for the people, the music people want to hear. I don't make stuff that you can barely hear and not even understand. And then everybody now is looking at it like, wait a minute. See?
That was my watch, by the way. I didn't bang my face on this.
I was about to say that. Your chin is loud.
That was my watch.
But people, were giving backlash like, wait a minute, what happened to Mr. Positive? Spread love to everybody, always. Like, to me, if you, like, you did the work, all right, cool. You can quietly and privately go about speaking to Billboard with your team of lawyers and saying, yo, this ain't adding up. So what happened was, they counted like bundles. So if you buy merchandise, the CD is a part of the merchandise or the album, whatever.
Yeah.
So they counted those sales for Tyler, but they didn't count them for Khaled. Which, cool, mistakes happen. Again, you don't need to be going off like this and airing out and like basically throwing like a tantrum like a kid because you didn't get the number. You got #2. Calm down.
No one wants #2.
You got #2. And if you know that they didn't count the sales correctly, it's simple. Just like if I go to the store and they give me back the wrong change, I don't go back to the store and then stand on top of the register and say, I can't believe you didn't give me the right. I go back and I'll be like, hey, I think you messed up.
But it's a little different because it's public information no matter what. So this is not a conversation between two people. This is public information of, okay, everybody let you know that DJ Khaled's #2 and Tyler, the Creator, is #1. However, I get where you're coming from. It wasn't necessary for him to go that route. Wasn't. But he's human. The thing is, even the nicest people have their bad days. You know what I mean?
But you don't. But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't make it seem like he has bad days. He doesn't make it seem like anything is ever negative.
No.
I have never heard I even said to you, when you brought him up, I said, I need reality. I need you to be real and make it seem like, you know what, you struggle. You go through things.
But I feel like
you have down days. He's just like, I'm always blessed. I'm always love. I'm always peace. I'm always prosperity. I'm always togetherness. I'm always this, that, and the third. And instead of congratulating Tyler and being like, yo, salute to my guy Tyler, the Creator. Your project was dope. You know what I mean? Like, we doing it
but
out
wait
here.
A minute. That'd be a Kanye moment, because then he'd be like, but wait a minute, I'm really #1.
No. But that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to say that. You're quietly going to go to Billboard. Billboard is going to correct it, because now, in the second week, he's now posting, oh, yeah, we #1, baby, blah, blah, blah.
the reason why I disagree with you on this one is strictly because if Billboard can make a simple mistake like this, what else are they making mistakes on? Do you know what I mean? That people don't call them out on. That people are afraid to call them out on because it may take away from, okay, if I call them out.
No one's afraid.
Huh?
No one's afraid.
No, people could be afraid because then they may not get invited to certain award shows and so forth, or because again, certain things I feel are rigged. Okay, even the billboards, those things to me could be rigged. I know it's numbers, but look at that, the numbers didn't match up. So for me, I feel like it's things that you can't. Some things you can't let slide. I personally wouldn't let it slide. I know what you're saying with making a mistake.
Did the money make it to my account?
Did
the sale money from the thing get into my account?
But then it's not a public record. It shows that you made less.
And
that could be that could be a tax issue. You don't know.
Then I gotta pay more taxes.
Well, that's okay.
What? No, what?
But Tyler, the creator, may have to pay. Would have had to pay more. Who knows? I don't know. The numbers are off either which way. The whole point is you have to get the numbers right if you're gonna post them. The
whole point is
somebody had one
Khaled
job. DJ Khaled was mad.
He showed his true
I think
colors.
that everybody has that side, and I don't think that that's something to hold.
That's been my point. Then make that. Don't act like you don't.
I don't think he does. I don't feel like he doesn't act like he's not that person. I feel like he just tries to rise above it majority of the time, and I think that's the right way to go about life. Rise above that type of bullshit all the time. And if you can't, when you know you're right, well then carry on, sir. You do as you please, because he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, he was. He was very wrong in how he handled the situation.
How he handled it was wrong.
Yeah.
What he said was wrong.
Very wrong.
Fine. I understand that part. At the same time, people
in what part was he right?
But what I feel like is people need to understand that they're still human. So we all make mistakes. We all have our moments when we lash out. But knowing who DJ Khaled is, he probably already calculated what he had and knew his numbers. So seeing that he's number 2 and then his numbers were less than what he actually had, you know DJ Khaled, he's a very prideful man. So he looked at it as like, yo, y'all disrespecting me. You know what I mean? Like, you're slapping me in my face, putting me down to number 2, and I'm going to get what's mine. So
he gets no pass. I'm sorry.
And he gets a pass from me.
Nope. One last story. DJ Khaled is a fraud. Scarface, and good news, Scarface has revealed on his Instagram this weekend that he is going to run for public office in Houston. Yeah. Yay. So he says on his Instagram post, he said, "It's official. I'm offering myself for service as the next Houston City Council member for District D." Oh, District D is the district in Houston. Yeah. Join our movement. The campaign flyer lists his government name, Brad Jordan, which I had no idea until today. And the slogan, his campaign slogan is "Of the people, for the people." So shout out to Scarface, taking a brand new direction, new chapter in his life. And the Houston City Council election takes place on November 5th. So we'll definitely keep y'all posted on that.
Oh, I wish, who I would hope would run for that as well.
The Rock. I don't know. Snoop? Nah.
Why?
Nah.
Why?
I just feel like Snoop is good at what he's doing right now. Just be that OG. That's just fun, loving.
T.I. Can you see T.I. doing it?
Hell no.
I try to ratchet it out, but I feel like it would be nice.
Nah.
No?
Nah. I feel like it needs to be somebody like Scarface. I feel like has been removed long enough.
But why do you have to be removed from it?
Because
I feel like if you're so close to it, you can relate more.
But you're only gonna relate to one base.
No, you don't. Look, Snoop hangs out with everybody.
But he only relates.
Friends with this Martha Stewart.
He only relates to one base.
I don't agree with that. I feel like the same way we have our opinions, and I don't agree with you.
What base do you think T.I. relates to?
What do you mean?
Who does T.I. relate to?
Everybody.
How?
Okay, so for an example, like people that have been incarcerated.
Okay, who can't vote next?
So he's speaking for the people that can't vote, which I think could change depending on what you were charged for, right?
It could.
It could. See, things like that could change. I feel like he could speak for children.
How and why?
Because he has a lot of kids, and what I like what he's trying to do with the youth. He's trying to teach them that, yes, like although you, like for example, his own kids, he's trying to focus on like, yeah, go to school, learn, and also work very hard on what you believe you can do. Like whatever it is, achieve that. But don't feel that, let me just go the easy way because of who I have as a parent, go ahead.
I just want to point out your first two groups that he relates to are both groups who cannot vote. I just want to point that out.
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Keep going.
Women.
What?
Clothing, like he was talking. You know what?
How does he relate to
I feel like, okay, he talks a lot of politics though. T.I. is very, very much into politics.
T.I. is that dude, like...
It's philosophy. It's a philosophy.
Yeah. He's that dude that says a lot of things and uses a lot of long words to make it sound like...
But they actually make sense.
Not all the time.
I feel so.
Not all the time.
I feel so. I feel like he would have been okay, maybe not him. Maybe not. Maybe Will Smith. Will Smith would be good.
Right.
Will Smith would be good.
Yes. Yeah. Because he's not centered in one category.
Okay.
Denzel.
Ooh.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Ooh. He could be president.
Even though we don't know nothing about their politics.
Hey, Zaddy. Mr. President. Sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he could be president
Go
too.
Ahead.
Ooh. Yeah, anyways, that's wishful thinking.
It's not politics.
We had Obama, now we have Denzel. That'd be really hot. Could you picture
politics not supposed to be hot.
Sorry. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud. So I'll just get off the topic.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all you.
Okay, so moving into this topic of the week, as we already know, this is the first time in our 24 years the Toronto Raptors have made it to the NBA Finals and is one win away. It's one win. One win. One win is all we need.
It was 1 point.
One win. We lost by 1 point, but we have one more game to make it, and if we don't, we have one more after that. So we have 2 games. We have 2 chances. We don't need the 2. I really feel like we could do it in 1. But either which way, a lot of people, like myself and some other people, have been questioning, do you feel the NBA is rigged? First, I'm just going to get your opinion on this, because I have a little bit of statistics, but I want to get your opinion.
Do I feel it's rigged?
Do you feel it's rigged?
I feel like you can't... I feel like the NBA definitely has... they have, what's the word? They have biases of who they want to see on the biggest stage, obviously, because it's a business and they want to make money, and they know that like the bigger names are gonna draw the biggest ratings. So LeBron not being in the finals is not ideal for the NBA. Or LeBron not even being in the playoffs is not ideal. But if it was rigged, they would make sure the Lakers make the playoffs.
I don't necessarily think so.
Then how is it rigged? Rigged to do what?
Rigged. So referees, the refs can obviously call it because. So I'll give you a perfect example. But before I even read the statistics, this is what I was personally thinking. If you look at a lot of the calls, some of the calls I didn't feel like they were off. If you notice,
that's gonna be every game though.
But then that's the thing. Well, they actually, I'll read the statistics. Over a decade ago, the NBA was dealing with Tim Donaghy. Have you heard of him? Okay. So if you guys haven't heard of him, Google him. Watch a little quick clip about it. But he's a referee, allegedly bet on games. He was also making the calls for, and it affected the point spread. And that in recent history, Ayesha Curry, wife of the Golden State Warriors, as we know, superstar Steph Curry, tweeted about her husband getting fouled out and ejected during the playoffs. The tweet would soon become the prime meme material for this case as well and other cases overall. But that she said, "I've lost all respect. Sorry for this. Is about absolutely rigged for money or ratings. I'm not sure which. I won't be silent. I just saw it live. Sorry." So nearly 3 years after the infamous tweet, James Harden and the Houston Rockets were critical of the NBA officials, calling them out for supposed bad calls in the playoffs against the Golden State Warriors last year and this year. And the NBA referees with most incorrect non-calls per game, last 2 minutes report. If you go online, it shows you all the reports. The numbers are very high. So it's not to say, like, one, if I'm a ref, you're not supposed to be betting on these games, right? You're betting on the games.
That so was you're going to make ref.
Again, we like to say it's just one, but we don't know.
But the whole thing is,
and it's not just one ref. If you go look at the statistics online, they give you. When I was surprised, it was over 20 names, and just that one section for this call specifically. But there's different calls. There's a lot of history backing this up, that a lot of these are rigged because these referees are making the bad calls.
It can't be rigged, though, because they can't stop the ball from going in the basket. which is the bottom line.
For example, you can stop somebody for shooting the ball in the basket.
Right, but they can't do it blatantly.
You can stop a player
because they get graded.
Okay, but first look at this. Let's say Kevin Durant was still playing and they fouled him out and they kicked him out the game. If you know you're taking a big player out, like she just said, Ayesha Curry took her husband out. Right? You're taking away points from a team. That's taking away, you need that lead.
But guaranteed, it's 6 fouls to foul out. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed, 5 of the 6 are going to be legitimate fouls.
You can't say that because if they're giving statistics that their majority of these fouls are not correct.
But that's just last 2 minutes of a 48-minute game.
But this is
which is why I don't like when people like bring the refs into it, because the game is 48 minutes. It balances out. No, because you're also forgetting this is must be giving you a very tiny, I wasn't going to bring this whole spreadsheet of lists of things that there was more than just the 2 minutes. There was, throughout the entire games, there's different referees that were making incorrect calls. You know what I'm trying to say? But that it balances out.
It does not balance
it. It does, because there's so many plays that you look at and they'll say that was a foul that wasn't called. And then the next time you'll go down and they call a foul that wasn't a foul. So it balances itself out. Like it's too long of a game to break down every single play, because legitimately, just like football, mm-hmm. you can call a foul or a flag on literally every single play. But then at the same time, you have analysts, you have everybody saying you gotta let them play. You gotta give them some freedom to play. So it's, to me, at the end of the day, refs get graded. Refs get graded and they get bonuses or they get reprimanded based on their grade. And they're graded by another group of referees, like retired referees, and you know what I mean? So it's too hard for them to blatantly affect the game to say like, yeah, I'm directly going to make sure Steph Curry fouls out.
It was done.
No, it wasn't done, because that's his wife. Nobody else said that but his wife.
Okay, so the Tim Donaghy.
Exactly, which is why he got caught. Because they went back and they're like, no, something doesn't add up. He didn't come out and confess. He got caught. Of course he didn't.
He got caught.
Exactly.
There's a lot of them that they have a report that they've been doing this on.
And they get graded for that.
I also do believe that it's rigged in general.
But rigged how?
I just feel like they know. Like, it's almost like, if
I'll give
you an example. Let me give you an example. So, like, let's just say, I'm not saying they're doing this. I'm just giving my personal opinion, and my spirit and my soul tells me this. So, I personally feel if they did win they could have won last night. That's my personal opinion.
Right.
They could have won last night, and I personally feel like they purposely didn't.
Who? The Raptors purposely lost the game? Why?
Because they could play one more game and bring more money to their city.
No, they can't.
Why?
It's going to Golden State.
I'm not saying ours. I'm saying their city.
Right. So how did the Raptors benefit from losing?
Let me finish. Because the sales, like the ticket sales, like
for who?
No, it doesn't work like that.
No.
I personally feel it does. Okay, no matter what, they make money. Like, we're gonna buy more merchandise. I feel like it helps them overall, because if they win, right?
Yes.
So you're trying to tell me that although they're playing, let's say they play full 7 games, they don't make more money off of playing 7 games. They make less, or they make the same amount no matter what they play.
No, they make more.
That's my whole point. So why would you stop now when you can play another game, get more money? It's more entertaining, more money for both cities, to be honest, because we still make money regardless. Because people are going to buy the merchandise. They're going to what?
You can lose. So at the
but
end
if it's rigged, which is my point, you're not going to lose, because you know the next game we're going to win it.
But which team knows that they're going to win?
I think they all know.
So they're all going to win?
No, I think we're going to win, but they know that we're going to win.
But why would they make us win? They don't want.
They don't want us to win, but the thing is like we allowed them to win that last game. My opinion. Because there's no way in hell that they didn't like 1 point, you guys didn't get that score. I don't believe it. I just personally feel like they didn't take the shot because they wanted, let's let them win this one.
But he did take the shot and he missed.
No. Kawhi passed the ball. And then when he took the shot, he had less than it was zero. There was no time for anybody to friggin' rebound. Like, I feel like everything was done.
That's the Raptors' fault.
I personally feel that this was rigged. It's my opinion. Okay, I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to change what I said. I said what I said. believe or don't believe, that's your business. Go online, look at statistics. It's also the referee's faults too. Anywho, Kyle Lowry had the final shot, like we were mentioning in the game last night. Do you think he missed the shot on purpose, or do you think
he has a chance?
Do you feel this is the right person to have the ball? Even
he has a chance to hit the championship winning shot on his home floor with literally the world watching, and because he wants an extra maybe 15,000 or 30,000 or 100,000
maybe
for 5. The next game, he misses the shot that would stamp him in the record books forever as a basketball player. A man who made 30 plus million this year.
He's probably getting millions just to miss that shot. No. I don't know. You can sit here and say what you like. That's my opinion. So you feel it's a no then?
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no.
Do you feel he was the best person to have the
also
final
no,
shot?
But that's the way the game worked out.
It didn't. He didn't need to pass it to him.
He did have to.
No, he didn't. He could have got fouled. How? He could have ran through.
You run through and then you get stopped and then you lose the ball.
How? If you're going through, can it? Anyways, I'm not going to argue with you. So anyways, for that other part, I do know that the ball was tipped by Draymond Green. That's also why the ball didn't go in. Because I was like, obviously the angle that everybody sees, it looks like he just completely missed altogether. But it was tipped by Draymond Green. There's actually a little clip of that. So, okay, maybe I'll take it back. I really don't think that he missed it on purpose. But I just wanted to say it just for shits and giggles. Was it too early for Kevin Durant to come back from an injury, do you feel?
Oh, 100%.
I do too.
100%.
But then what is it? Like he played for 12 minutes and got 12 points?
Yeah.
Was it too early then? No, because they needed those 12 points. They would have been down 12. It was
still too early though. Because from a perspective of his career, he's about to miss like close to all of the next season. Which is, you're not supposed to cheer.
That's so sad.
He's about to miss all of next, or the majority of next season, for what? For 12 minutes and 12 points?
That's better for us, to be honest with you. I'm happy. I'm sad that it's happened to him, but I'm very happy for the Raptors of their chances of with him.
No, I mean, and I think at the end of the day, nobody wanted to really face KD, but I blame his team. I blame his team, his medical staff. I blame the team because at some point, like, it's ultimately the coach's decision whether you win the game or not. You can't run on the court when you feel like.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
and you legitimately, you risked years of your career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For 12 minutes, for one series. You won two championships.
If this could have been the final for them, right? And it would have been, we would have won this had he not gone on. I fully believe that with all my heart. Because that's 12 whole points. If you notice, they have not been able to even go past 109 without him. But even still, with him, they didn't overcome.
It's just the way the game works. Like his 12 points, it's hindsight is 2020. His 12 points mattered in the end, but had they not gotten that 12 from him, they would have got it somewhere else.
I don't feel so.
Yeah, they were down 6 points. So it's just like to say, if somebody had scored 6 more points, they would have. You look at the score and you play the game. We're down 3. We need 4. We just need 1 more than whatever it is that you guys have, and that's what they did.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so. Do you think Kawhi Leonard's buying a house? I think it's in Pickering. Is a sign. Did you hear about that?
I heard them ask him, and he said no.
No, he's bought a house. It's confirmed.
Nope. They asked him, and he said no.
I'm going to look it up while we're talking.
They said, is it true, we've heard stories that you bought property? He said, no, I haven't as yet.
Okay, so I'm going to just pretend. Are you sure?
Almost positive. As positive as I am that the game isn't rigged.
You can't say that you... Listen. Anyhow. Okay, well, I thought I'm going to still Google it.
No,
well,
please,
he said it. He said it. Yeah, I'm going to take your word. Where did you see this?
On the press conference.
Last night?
I think it was like 2 days ago.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
So then I guess... Do you feel he's going to stay and play for the Raptors again?
Honestly, no.
Really?
I think he wants to win and get out.
I think he likes it here.
I think he likes it here too, but he He's a weird individual.
He's very
and I think he's just like, I just want to be comfortable where I'm comfortable. I don't want to have to get comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for work. I'm here to do this job. I'm here to win a championship for the team. That's why they brought me here. Once I do that, I owe them nothing, type of thing, which is true.
I agree with that, but I still feel like he just comes across that, like, I feel like in the beginning it was more so like, I'm just here for a job. Mm-hmm. I feel like he feels the love in Toronto. I feel like he loves it here a bit more. Like, look at us. The city loves him.
No, which is true. Like, they're gonna love him, but any city he goes to is gonna love him. Like, any city he goes to, like, he's a top 3 player in the league.
Like Toronto,
but he doesn't. We say that because we're from here. I'm sure he says there's no city like LA because that's home.
That's his home?
That's
right?
where he's from. Yeah.
LA Spurs.
So that's why. No. He like his home.
Oh, I'm like, is it LA Spurs?
He used to play for the Spurs, San Antonio.
Okay, I was like LA Spurs. That doesn't make no sense.
But like, he's born in LA, so that's why everybody has him going back there, and that's what I'm saying. I think like he's just comfortable where he's comfortable. He doesn't want to have to like become comfortable somewhere. And mind you, everybody's gonna try to sell him on the city like for the next like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's gonna be 100% trying to do everything they can. Mm-hmm. He's gonna get so much pussy. It's crazy.
He has a woman, no?
Yeah.
Then again, the basketball players. I forgot.
You said it. You said it.
I forgot. And let's see. And then I want to also mention the costs for seats for the game are just skyrocketing through the roof. I don't understand how the seats work. Like, I know it goes higher, obviously, with each game, but like, is it really need to be this high? Like, yes. Is it that necessary? You sound silly.
No, you just said it's about money. So at the end of the day, if I can sell something for $9,000, $20,000, $70,000, and somebody's gonna pay me for it,
why not?
And it's just because
it's one game. If you were to get tickets, right?
Yeah.
For free, like, here's tickets. Are you selling them?
Yeah.
Right.
I probably would.
Would you go to the one game and sell the other, or would you just sell both?
It depends on how much I get for one.
Okay, let's say you can get, like, maybe the tickets go for $5,000.
I heard an offer. A story. I don't know how true it is. I heard that somebody had tickets, like front floor seats, and someone offered them $75,000 per ticket for 2 tickets, and they said no. So I mean, I am definitely saying yes.
Would never be me. I would.
But it's all about your position in life, right? Like, someone who's saying no to.
I'd give them my car. I'm like, you want my car too? Like, what else did you? 75 for each. Yeah. Give me. You want my car?
Someone who's saying no to $150,000 is clearly not somebody who's in our position.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I mean, you know.
Shit.
Yeah.
And there's some diehard fans that even if they were in our position, they would still probably be like,
oh, yeah, because they want to like have that story forever.
Listen, the story that I'll have forever is I watched it with $150,000 more in my freaking bank account. I'm more than excited than that. Like, what could it... Everybody getting a drink. I'm going to buy beer hennies for everybody. Want a Henny bottle?
You got a bottle. You got a bottle.
You get a bottle. You get a bottle.
Sure.
Not from the club, because that's expensive. But
we're going to LCBO.
Straight from LCBO. Saving money. I'm smart, right? 65 around the small bottles, not the big ones, but it's still I still buy everybody a bottle. Anywho, I was actually going to ask you about if you actually watched the show, the Central Park 5.
I watched one.
When? Huh?
I watched one.
You watched one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we won't even have time to talk about it because we literally have 1 minute left.
We literally have 1 minute.
So I do want to say thank you for tuning in for bChic, Not Bougie. I'm your host, Alicia, alongside DJ Richie. Richie, hopefully next week, will tell us he felt about it.
For sure.
Next week, and we'll have a special guest on next week as well. So please tune in. We really do appreciate you guys. But I was going to say, I do want to hear about it. So
no, for sure.
I wanted us to talk about it because Corey Wise, the eldest of the 5, he was convicted, right? Mm. But his story is like the 4th one.
And you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hey, this is Jermaine Robbins, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Yo, this is Kiana O'Quinn, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Lavinia J from the UK, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
Hey, what's going on, everybody in cyberspace? This is The Groove Show with your boy, the crowd pleaser, DJ Mark Anthony. Don't forget, each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m., we want to put you in the mood for what